Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here, and welcome to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, today we have a new player of the month to review today. People wanted the review for the headliners version of this card, and I never got around to it. It was players like Fofana, Ligue, Savanier, because I was obviously busy doing some other stuff during that time. But with Savanier, guys, we're taking a look at someone who has high medium work rates in the midfield position. The reason why I know this is because I did actually use his headliners at some point for my main team to try him out in the midfield position, and there was a few things that I noticed with him, right? So with Savanier, we're taking a look at someone who's 5'8", high medium work rates, right-footed, 4-star skills, 4-star weak foot. I'm really hoping that this SPC is I would say 50k, honestly, 50k, 60k, because the headliners version of the card is 100k on the market for a card that can be upgraded, right? So the upgradable factor to it is definitely what makes it 100k, I would say. In-game player traits, he has flare trait, outside foot shot trait. In-game attributes, we are going to be working with 91 for acceleration, 86 for sprint speed. Base card stats for shooting is actually set up really nicely on the card at an 82, 79, 85, 89. So if you want to use him as a center mid, as a more attacking oriented midfielder, you can totally do that. Base card stats for passing, very good on the card as well, with the 4-star weak foot on him. So some very good stuff there. Dribbling with the card, we will be experimenting with, because with Savanier, probably not going to be on the right monitor, and it is, wow. With Savanier, we have a player who has 93 agility, 98 balance, really good dribbling stats elsewhere, but he does have the average body type, right? So kind of a similar situation to basically using Renato Sanchez in the team. The only difference is that Renato Sanchez obviously has a high work rate, and he also has higher acceleration and higher sprint speed. So that works really well with the body type and dribbling stats that he does. And Renato Sanchez has really good sharp dribbles, right? Even though he has an average body type. And that's seen from just the rare gold card as well. Defensive stats on a shadow chemistry style is going to be in the 90s. The only thing that's going to be low is going to be the 81 for defensive awareness. So if you're using this card as a center mid, as your more attacking oriented center mid, wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing, but he does have defensive capabilities. And then last but not least, for physical, he even has 94 aggression to work with the pace, work with the body type, and then he also has 88 for stamina. So by default, okay, I'm going to tell you guys this right now. From the headliners card, when I was using him, I didn't even look at what the card looked like in game, but I noticed that he has a strong body type, right? So obviously the average, it's a card that probably would mainly be used as the more attacking oriented CDM in a 4-2-3-1 or whatever it is, maybe even a 4-2-2-2, right? But for the sake of the review, we are going to be trying him out in the center mid position. So we're going to be using him over here in the left center mid area, while the other players are positioned the way that they are. So yeah, the only instruction that we usually have for these guys is just to get forward, and basically that's pretty much it. So this one we'll just put on balance for that defensive stuff, and the rest of it should be good as it is. Yeah, I'll put getting behind for both of them, why not? Okay, cool, let's go try them out. Oh, hit that one in a white. I actually thought I really timed that on a green, but yeah, we'll take that. Nice Mbappe, the glitch, literally. Oh, Savanier almost gets that. I'm gonna go ahead and defend here at Makalele. Couldn't get it though. Nice pass. Just Edouard is not the craziest one, Edouard. You guys know that from the review. Nice challenge, beautiful stuff. Let's do this. Driven pass here. We're gonna ignore the timing of that shot. You have to get used to them, man, because players' body types and their dribbling stats, all that kind of stuff, their animation choices when taking strikes is a little bit different. So once you get used to it, you know that someone is either slower or faster than the other, you kind of get a good feel for it. Yeah, I got a better feel for it. I know that it takes a little bit longer with his animation, so yeah. Let me get this off here. Ball roll. That's a white. And we scored on his weak foot. Okay. Wow, he actually traps it in the spot too. Doesn't actually do any sort of emphasis. The thing that I'm noticing a lot with him on the get forward instruction is that his high medium work rates is like a real thing for sure. Definitely moves up the pitch pretty quickly. Like in a situation like this. Bounce pass, first time strike, almost scored. Trying to work a shot angle there, but when you do the shot cancels and stuff, like obviously for the review I force a lot of stuff with them, kind of test certain things out, but you do have to always look for the extra pass when you're doing those shot cancels. Ooh, we hit the post on a green there. Ooh, got the body type for that. I'm gonna force this because he's committing that guy there. Little skill move, croqueta. Go back on the outside. Yeah. So with this dribbling, guys, obviously, again, committing a lot of stuff that I probably shouldn't be committing. But with this body type, average body type, it's not the same as Renato. I think Renato's a little bit more responsive, to be honest with you guys. But Savanier's card, what I like about him is that his average body type makes him really good defensively. And this is something that I noticed when I was using his headliners card on my main team, where I was enjoying him as a center mid, although I prefer a different type of player there. But as a CDM, you know, as the person next to the other CDM, he's definitely very nice to work with. Like, he does very good defensive stuff. Ooh. If I want the shooting to be more consistent, obviously I would have to give him like a shooting boost on a hunter or something. But that's not really like the intention of me using a card like this in the team, to be fair. Ooh, I actually thought I was going to get past that guy there. The croqueta is not really... like, it's good to use, but it just really, really depends. Like, it's not overpowered, which is obviously very good. See, I told you guys, man. That's 100% should be a foul, but from holding out trigger, he gets the ball. So, hey, no foul, I'll take it. Oh, I almost got it. Oh, put enough pressure on him. Yeah, that was just holding out trigger again, by the ways. Yeah, see, I did a bad throw in there, and I still got it back. Ligue on switch. Sheesh, almost. I collect that real quick. Little small dribbles with his weak foot. We got a penalty. We'll take that. Very good, very good. Let's see. Savanier. Little bottom righty. We'll take it. Woo! We get that. Go Savanier. Oh, double block, but those are going to be hard to collect fully. Round 2 gets the interception. Nice. Nice little driven cross across the pitch too. Yes, I had a feeling that I wasn't going to time that time shot perfectly because he took the touch a certain way, right? Ooh, almost got it. He had to adjust his run there from the lob pass. Oh, it's funny because I am manually challenging it because I know he's going to make the first time pass. But if I don't touch that ball, I actually think or if I don't go for it manually, I think I probably get that. Okay, guys, so final verdict on the new Player of the Month Savanier card. So what's interesting about this card is like hype, right? Because when the headliners came out, a lot of people wanted to see the review for this. There was 3 headliners cards that I didn't review because of the time period. I was super busy during that time because I think it was like early holidays or after. I forget which time period that was that I was doing something. But with the headliner Savanier card, a lot of hype, right? 4,200 likes. 429 dislikes. With the player of the month being released, more dislikes than likes. Very interesting with how it works. I think the reason why people have this is because both of the cards are kind of similar to each other, while the headliners does work with some extra pace, right? So +3 in acceleration, +1 for sprint speed. I will say that the player of the month version when it comes to shooting does feel slightly better, because I did try out the headliners version on my main account, just never got around to doing the review for him. But other than that, the slight difference, very slight, very, very slight. I think the cards are very similar, right? Because with the headliners, here's the thing, right? First of all, he's actually gone down in price, right? Because he was 100K when I think when I started the review, and now he's at 95.5K. And with the headliners, there's obviously potential with him being upgraded. And the extra pace to work with is great as well, because like I was telling you guys, this card in the midfield position, for me personally, I prefer him mostly as a player playing in the left center defensive position, playing next to someone like N'Golo Kante or Makelele, right? I feel like that's going to be the most ideal area for a card like this in the squad, just because of the way that he moves across the pitch, right? With Savanier in the center mid position, he actually does play it well, for sure. It's not like he's terrible in that area by any means, because he does have base card stats for shot power, long shots. Finishing at a 79, you do have to work high percentage strikes as much as possible, but you definitely notice the high medium work rates. The thing is, guys, is that usually in FIFA, if you put cards like this on stay back while attacking in the CDM position, they'll still attack from time to time anyway. They kind of like act against that instruction depending on the tactics that you're actually working with as well, right? I do think that his pace for the meta of the game is a little bit of a nuisance, right? But if I was using him as a CDM on stay back while attacking using that high medium work rate, it wouldn't necessarily be that big of a deal. So as a player of the month card, I think the value at 70K is not terrible, but if it was me personally, if I had it from a price value, I would have just bought the headliners card and just added him to the team. And, you know, if I end up not liking him, I would just sell him, right? But yeah, they both feel very, very similar to each other. Savanier's card is actually pretty good, but with the headliners, there is the potential of an upgrade, right? So if he gets that pace upgrade and the defensive upgrade with some shooting upgrades, there's a variable there that's really, really cool to work with. With the player of the month, obviously, he doesn't get upgraded, right? So if it's a card that you want to put fodder into that can play in the meta well, definitely a great card to get for that reason. But if you have it from a price value, you might as well just get the headliners, I would say, because they're very, very similar cards. Like the shooting, I'm telling you, you're not going to care as much about depending on how you actually use them in game. Because let's just say you actually do use them as a center mid, you're not really going to notice the shooting difference as much because you're still going to work high percentage strikes anyways. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my opinion, man. On a Shadow Chemist style, the card's really good for the meta of the game, but with the headliners existing on the market and them being a very similar rating, you know, maybe if the player of the month was like a rating higher or 2 ratings higher, then I'd be like, yeah, card's sick, you know, but very, very similar prices, like 20K away for a card that potentially get upgraded is definitely very nice. But obviously, League 1, French Link's very cool to work with. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy this video. I'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys.